Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of City Skylines in our 2021 playthrough. And today at last we're gonna reach another milestone and start filling up the gaps we currently still have. There are a few things I noticed traffic-wise. For instance, we have a couple of issues here that could result in very much a problem later down the line. One precarious situation is this one right here, and I believe we can easily fix that by just making a one-way road out of it. So just this little part right here, we want to upgrade to be a one-way road going into this direction. So the cars coming from here can only go straight. They will then take a little detour, and I want to make sure I can keep that path if possible. So we're just gonna loop around the entire thing, and now the cars will take the long way around into the stadium, which should theoretically solve this issue. So this should become a little bit greener soon. Then right here, obviously the biggest problem is that we have the highway exit really close. Another problem that I realized is we don't have enough police at the moment. So checking this out, there's a fairly large sector that isn't really hooked up to the police. I think I want to place it right there, still kind of inside the park. On the other side, we could also place it here. Yeah, that might even make more sense. Let's do it right there. Anyways, as for our next step, since we have some industrial demand, I figured we could start placing some offices along this road. We already started with a fairly decent office area, but we can expand on it. So for instance, the buildings right here, I would like to be offices as well as this sector. Then I would like to see another road kind of leading over here, so we get some more building space. This can be a dead end. However, we're gonna try to connect the pathway at least. Bring this a little bit closer. Wonderful. So this can now become offices as well. Thank you very much. Gonna unpause this and see what actually develops here. What is the traffic number, by the way? 92%. Okay, that is actually good. I think we can just keep going for now. This area right here is still fresh and it is developing. So in the meantime, we're gonna wrap up a couple of areas. For instance, I would like to finish decorating this part right here. We're gonna start with the amusement park. I'm also gonna set up a forest right here. This part here is still reserved for some university buildings. Right here, I believe, yeah, we could theoretically fill this up with a little bit more shopping. There is demand for it. Yeah, let's actually go ahead and do that. I'm gonna set up a little bit more shopping, at least one more road here. And it's gonna be low density shopping, so not a big impact. And we're gonna do the same thing here on the other side. Good. The rest really free for decorations. The university I'm gonna decorate once it is finished. And then I believe right here a little shopping mall would actually be fitting. Let me actually check this out. A couple of high density shopping buildings here might not be wrong. Let me actually move the police station. I'm gonna move it all the way over to the other corner, and then we set up some more high density shopping. And we're gonna do it all the way to approximately here. And then we also set up another pathway that goes from here to there. Wonderful. As for the amusement park, I'm probably gonna go with a rocky theme. So we wanna set up a whole bunch of these guys. The problem is gonna be to make them all fit, actually. Right there, you can go here. This one is definitely too big. Maybe I should place these rocks before actually setting up the amusement park. I also want to place some of these cliffs. Let me actually see. One goes right there. Maybe another one here. No, actually the foliage is overlapping. We can probably get one in here. Yeah, that fits nicely. More rocks for you. Maybe a couple of smaller ones beneath, so it doesn't look that separated. Yeah, actually this gives it some nice and realistic texture. Last but not least, we need to set up a bunch of large trees strategically. So I don't really want to give this a too foresty feeling. However, we need to fill up the gaps. And some areas we definitely want to fill up more than others. Especially the area all the way around the amusement park. I would like to see some alleys there. So we want to make sure this is actually happening here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is the House of Horrors. Here we wanted to plant some more spooky trees. I think we're just gonna go with the large ones here, and we want to make sure this is completely tucked in here. So there we go, something like this. It is spooky and completely tucked in forest. Now in other areas we want to still go for something that is kind of visible from the top, but it shouldn't be that exaggerated. You know, sometimes we just want a little bit of green. A grass field is going to do the trick. Then in other areas, we might just want to place a couple of bushes like so. Others we're gonna fill up with a couple of rocks and just sparse foliage. Especially hide wherever the terrain is ugly, and just like that it's gonna look much more friendly. I also really like the look of these dense bushes and then something with color in the center. So a couple of these guys, for instance, like so. Looks great. The only disadvantage is that the bushes, I believe, disappear sooner. Oh, look at that. Actually, it doesn't happen anymore. Maybe I changed something in the settings, which could also be the reason why my FPS is already tanking. Right here, I would actually like to see some kind of a palm field that is more or less artificially planted. So I'm not just gonna randomly do it, but kind of set them up in a pattern here. Maybe this is an area we can harvest coconuts from. Okay, there we go. Not too shabby, I have to say. I see an area that requires bushes. Now, how large are these? Not very large, but I think it's gonna be worth the effort here to kind of cover up this line. Maybe we can even have them a little bit closer together, so it kind of makes the appearance of a hedge. Actually, I believe there is a hedge in the game. I like it already much better. This one here, I'm gonna fill up with this fern. Is this fern? It's kind of big for fern. And to be honest, I'm not even sure if it is called fern in English. There we go. Amusement Park, I believe, is done with decorations. Oh yes, it makes a huge difference. Let's put down a forest here along the highway. And this can be a fairly dense forest with the largest types of trees. So I'm just going to use these 3 types here. And we're going to start to randomly place a couple of them all the way up to where I want the forest. Roughly map it out. Just going to go all the way up to the highway there. Then we take some of the large ones and fill up the gaps. And then we bring in some more contrast and color with the 3rd type. Not too bad, though I'm gonna have to place a lot of these and maybe not on top of the highway. Yeah, zooming in a little bit closer helps me to get those gaps better. Said and done, this forest I believe is finished. This is great. We have some more industrial demand. Let me actually check the offices. Is there anything you require? The offices are about to upgrade. They are not covered in enough services. I guess we could start placing services here since this is an area we're gonna expand into anyways. However, in terms of roads, I would like to get back to a straighter pattern as of this plaza. So this is going to be the road we're measuring our new district with, and I want to make this a little bit more squarish than the other ones for optimal building space and everything. So we're probably going to do this, and ooh, nice. We can actually get past the pathway there, and it is even connecting to the road. This is absolutely perfect. Okay, how far can we take this? I mean, can I go all the way to here? Yeah, let's actually do this one. Then we will be coming back around, and then I can possibly hook this up. This is not quite perfect yet. Music club, you have to get out of the way for now. And then I want to hook this straight up. Get rid of that. Music club, whoop, you come back. Let's put you right there. So this is going to be like our nightclub area, and right here we will be able to make our new district. Oh no, this is still not perfect. Done it. Let me make this road first. Come on! Thank you. Okay, now it is perfect. Wonderful. I totally forgot what I wanted to do. More offices, right? And a new district here. But where did I want to place the offices? Let's actually finish the office area here. So all of you should be offices. Thank you. Look at that park. It just makes so much of a difference. I'm actually going to finish decorating this area while we wait for more buildings to upgrade here. Actually, some of them are on their merry way. Yeah, we need to wait for education. In terms of education, how are we doing? Enough. We just need more attractiveness. And with every match, I believe we gain more attractiveness. At least when I looked the last time, we were at 128 attractiveness, and now we bumped this up 11 points. I guess we'll figure that out. Let's now make this park here. This is actually going to be one of my free parks. It is just decorations. And we're gonna go with a similar theme as the amusement park. So I would like to see at least 1 or 2 of these cliffs. Maybe one more here in the center, and then one last one. It's just too big. Just too big. Let's get some rocks. So some rocks for you. There. And then maybe here we can also use them to make this a little bit more elegant in terms of transition to the grass. Okay, that's already good. The center part here, I wanted to see filled up with bushes and trees. So this is not really something people can go into. There we go. Everything filled up with bushes. Let's find some nice trees. So yeah, let me actually place a couple of these. So obviously this is also not nature, but something that people planted just for the looks. And now we're gonna use these flower trees to kind of finish off the area here. Okay, not too shabby. I actually like it. Maybe a couple of small trees here. Hide that ugly property line. I also would like to hide whatever we have going on here. This is just kind of ugly. I'm just gonna completely fill this up. Much better. Maybe some bigger trees here in the corners to kind of wrap up this area. And I also would like to see more of these. Sorry, I just can't leave it be. Definitely looking much better than before, and we're gonna do the same thing here. I might just go ahead and make this one a little bit easier on me, setting up a border with big trees, and then I think the rest we can leave green, though this would not really be green. I'm never sure. Yeah, I think this would just be overgrown. Much better. I like it. Okay, now it is nature. Nature taketh and... Oh, what happened there? Oh no. Did we lose a match? Yeah, I think something happened. Not 100% sure, but people were not happy. Is the city good otherwise? I see no real complaints. Okay, nice. I would say we keep on expanding here. Most of the people have now upgraded. Actually, let's make sure that is the case. Oh no, there are still many upgrades we need to do. Are some of them service related? Increase land value. Okay, that is actually good. That is something we can definitely take care of. For instance, we have the space for huge parks there. We would want, for instance, a park with trees. And come on, there's a perfect space for this here. Don't do this to me. Actually, all we really have to do is place it and then use the move it mod to bring it closer to where we actually want it. Wonderful. This should increase the land value by a lot, hopefully. We can still set up something on the other side, but I believe, yeah, some of these buildings are already starting to upgrade. Wonderful. We still have enough electricity. Water seems to be getting closer, running thinner. Let me see. I don't really want to place more here, otherwise we're just gonna drain the river. You know what? I have a better idea. Behind the stadium, we're actually gonna set up a whole bunch of towers. Let's go ahead and connect these. Let me see. I probably want to go with the large water tower that we can just place on top of here, and it can be anywhere. Doesn't have to be adjacent to a road. That means we could, for instance, get started right here and then set up another one, and we are just gonna use the piping system as a guideline. This also means we will be able to get completely rid of this, I believe. Or maybe for the water tower, could be that we pay for the water. I'm actually not 100% sure. But I wanted to switch to water towers eventually anyways. The same thing here with the pollution. Actually, we are not polluting the water anymore. I don't think so. Yeah, there we go. We just have inland water treatment plants, so we're not polluting the water. We're just polluting the land here. So now let's check how many towers we need. 2, 3. If we add 3, we already have more than with 3 pumps. Ah, a large water tower has an upkeep of 720. Okay, and then the pump would have 240. I see. So you really don't want to have more towers than you require. What about the sewage treatment? We need more treatment plants. I think I might want to go with the advanced inland water treatment plant that has a much higher capacity, contrary to the normal one, which has 120,000 and the advanced one has 160,000. However, evidently it is much bigger and it's also going to cost us more. What we could also do is use the eco water outlet until we have discovered the eco water treatment plant. I believe I'm gonna do that. So we're just gonna dump the water right here for now. I want to make sure this is hooked up to power and also to water. And then we're gonna exchange that with an eco plant once we unlocked it. Sewage treatment hooked up. That is good. What else do we need to check? That is good. Death care. Actually, let's check death care here. Yeah, death care seems to be good. Elder care and child care. I believe that also means it's good. There are still some areas that aren't really hooked up to the fire or police department. The problem is just it is better to actually check out the upgrade levels, and if you see buildings that aren't leveled up to the maximum, that's where you actually have to place those services. So for instance, these guys right here, they wait for more land value. This is where we would have to change something. If it says educate more citizens, You just need to wait or provide more education. But it looks as though, yeah, my education is more than good enough. I mean, we could go with another library, but everything else has enough spots for my current population. Okay, I would say we can go with the next layer of housing, which is going to be right here. So all of this, I also want high density housing, probably up to this point though. What is this building? Is this like the elder care? No, that's an Institute of Creative Arts. So I want to leave a couple of blocks free here. Yeah, let me just go ahead and remove all of these. If anything, we're going to place something in there, like a yoga garden or... Oh, yes, let's do a community pool. This is perfect. We're going to do that right here. I already know that I'm going to find this ugly, so I want to fill this up with trees. Same thing here on the other side. Wonderful. Yes! I can now also hear more buildings upgrading, so that's probably the land value aspect we just improved. And then here on the other side, either a Japanese garden or a sauna or something. Yeah, let's actually place a sauna here. Though, how am I gonna design this? At some point, I would like to get rid of that curve. So there's gonna be a different area here. Yeah, I cannot do that just yet. The way this is going at the moment, I'm presuming there's going to be a complicated interchange that is going to allow me to visit the area through the highway, but also it's going to implement the train section and everything. So that is probably going to take a long time to design. We're not going to do it today. We also need a better spot for the tram depot. I actually kind of have an idea. What if we take a road with a tram track and actually bring this somehow over here? Now let me see. I would like to be parallel to this road. I believe this is the closest we can get to the road without intersecting. Good. Then we kind of want to go over here all the way to the highway. And then we're going to move parallel to the highway, hopefully. We then need a way to actually turn around. And I'm obviously going to use Move It to make this a nice roundabout. Well, I guess technically it's not a roundabout, it's just to turn around. Now we're gonna take the tram depot, bring it over. Oh man, it would be really nice if this had a different orientation. So let's say we have another road here. We're gonna take the depot, place it there. Come on, thank you. And then I guess I can just get rid of this. This is supposed to be hooked up, right? And then if we can, I want to curve into here. Let's also go ahead and expand the highway just to see how this is actually going to look. Yeah, I think I'm going to settle with this. We have power, we have water. Let me also check the line. This should theoretically fix itself, hopefully. Come on. Yeah, there we go. It fixed itself. And we should still have the same amount of trams on there. No, actually, they freaking changed the number. They went to 6 and I said 5. Though, yeah, 6 are not necessary. Look at that. 5. Come on. No, 5. So if I unpause this, oh no, why does it still say it's not hooked up? I mean, clearly we just saw a tram going in and out of there. If I do that, okay, it's just disconnecting. I get it. Then we are gonna build a normal road as of this point. Gonna do a nice one with trees, and that is also fixing the problem. Maybe we can even hook this up. If I just move this over slightly, hook it up, and then move it back. Okay, great. The tram depot now has a permanent place. Hooked up to power, hooked up to water. Wonderful. Okay, I kept on decorating a little bit, this part here at least, so it looks much better, and I let the people develop. So we have a lot more people, however, we need 28k for the next part, so I would say we're gonna reserve a space for the intersection or interchange we're gonna place here, and then we're gonna keep expanding a little bit. So essentially what we have to do is get rid of this for now. I would like to lay out the highway first. Now, what are we gonna do with this highway? I would say a huge elevated roundabout. Actually, this might be a little too exaggerated. Let's try with 2. So we go over here, another 2 over yonder, another 2, and then finish it off. Okay, there we go. I kind of fixed it. Now let's place the train tracks. What do I want to do with the train tracks? They should go beneath, or maybe not. I wonder, could we just build the train tracks around the roundabout? That would be great. Can I get the measurements right? I believe I can. So we also have the train tracks elevated around the highway. I wonder if we should make the trains one way as well. I think I might actually try that. So 2 lanes going one way. Or is it just 1 lane? It's just going to be 1 lane. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have any benefits the way I want to set this up. So it can just be 2 lanes going into both directions. And then we kind of branch out from here. Actually, I'm going to put this all the way down to here. We're going to make our way back to the ground and then join with the track over there. So easy as that. That is still gonna change, but at least we have it hooked up. We're gonna do the same thing over here. So it's gonna come out and I'm gonna make sure that I leave plenty of space in between the intersections. And then we join with the track here. Last but not least, it would be great to already see the train track elevated as it goes next to the highway. And we're then simply gonna hook up to the roundabout like so. So somewhere along the lines, we have to make our way over there. I'm gonna just plan this out and we're gonna fix it later on. For now, I just wanted to make sure we reserve the space for the interchange for the next episode. I also considered what to do with this area and came up with the conclusion that we have the perfect space for some industry here. So we're just gonna add a tiny industry area. And I'm actually gonna add 1 more road to this. Let's put it there. I want it to be a dead end though. And also this is going to be industry. Wonderful. Okay, so now we have the space reserved. I'm just gonna go ahead and connect these. Can I cannot do this. Maybe like so. Okay. And then the next time we're gonna hook this up to the system. I should be able to unpause now and everything is still accessible. Oh, actually not. Intriguing. Okay, I need those triangles. That's where the one-way tracks would actually make sense. So for instance, right here, we probably want to come out and then join up with this guy and give me some more space. So now if we do something like this, we have 1 way into this direction and then we should also have 1 way into the other direction. Space already occupied. Are you kidding me? Come on, just upgrade. No, wait a second. That's what I meant with having 2 lines solving everything. So if this is a upgraded line with 2 lanes, then that means trains coming from this direction will go the other way around and they are still able to access the train station. I just don't see the benefit of going 1 way at this point. At least not with the plans we're having for this. Anyways, now I can finally keep on expanding. We can set up a road here and we already know this is going to be the direction of this district. Now I need to be careful if I want to set up some public transportation. It might be a good idea to continue the metro. So I'm actually already gonna prepare this. We're gonna have a metro underground station here and we should be able to easily connect this. Yeah, actually that's just one thing to do here. Wonderful. In theory, I should be able to grab this green line and bring it all the way to here. And then all I have to do is place some more stops. Add a stop here, add a stop there in both directions. And then we have here line 1 with 3 vehicles. Let's maybe upgrade to 4. Yeah, look at that. Some people are waiting. I'm actually even gonna go to 5 in this case. Where are they waiting? Here. Sorry guys, I didn't realize. Yeah, it's actually the end station all the way in the north here. Okay. But now we have 6 metros doing the line. We should be fine. I'm gonna add a little section here so we can at least fill this up. Now, this doesn't look good. Let's bring it over here and then connect it. And then I guess we're gonna keep going. However, I want to leave a little bit of space free so we can make something crazy here. Maybe there's gonna be a park of some sorts. And then I want this to be 2 blocks in size. And then here we can continue. And this is all gonna be more living space. Now, is there something huge we could place? Maybe a unique building. Ooh, I'm intrigued. Temple? No, that doesn't fit here. Panda Sanctuary? Not really. Wow, the luxury hotel is huge. Of course, it doesn't really fit here. Zoo would be... Actually, that would be nice. But maybe that needs to be more in a commercial area. Maybe we just go with a couple of parks. Like the friendly neighborhood park. And then behind it, we have the Fountain of Life and Death. I'm not so sure. Let's have this on the other side actually. And then right here I would like to see a bigger building. Please, something interesting. Ooh. An old market street. That is intriguing. It would also fit nicely here. Let me test this out. Sorry, train track, you have to go again. This time we're gonna lead you around the edge and then connect here. And now we have the space for the old market street. No, this is a crazy incline here. I wonder, is this fixable in some manner? Maybe just soften the terrain a little bit? Okay. We might actually be able to get away with this. I can totally see this working. Just a bunch of these nodes still have to move down. We're then gonna use rocks to the best of our abilities to finish this. Actually, let me first finish the pathway here. I want to make sure this is connected to the road. And then some more tiny rocks here. Wrap it up with a bunch of trees. Okay, that's approximately what I wanted to see here. And then we're actually gonna do low density commercial all the way around. And then it will actually not look too shabby. I also would like to see some low density residentials, at least just adjacent to the market street. Okay, let's hook it up with services and see what happens. Come on, my minions, build. Oh yes. Right, and before I forget, we also need to zone more high density. Might be a little bit taxing on the system, but I think we can do it. Just one go, all the way up to the road. I want to leave free for services such as police, fire, etc. What do we even need? Well, something we're definitely going to need is a crematorium. Fire and police seem to actually be good, at least for the first part of the district. Maybe another school might be good. The school goes... it goes there. We will also be needing a high school. I'm gonna place this on the opposite side of the road there. I guess let's just see what happens for now and how the numbers are developing. In the meantime, this is looking better and better. Maybe let's go ahead and decorate these parts here. Yeah, I probably want to see this filled out. Except this part here would be nice to just see some grass. So maybe in this case, we're just gonna bush in the houses. We even have the space for another walkway. We're gonna do that. Wrap up this part with some fern and then one single tree right there. That's good. Here we're just gonna keep on filling up. Okay, wonderful. It just makes so much of a difference already. Even, you know, just filling up this part here, for instance, it's gonna instantly give it much more charm. Right here at the new area, things are developing. That's good. And we're now actually also gaining rapid population. The trains are still doing what they're supposed to, at least up to this point. I haven't seen them getting stuck anywhere. We will still have to change our solution for the cargo station at the moment. It is kind of makeshift how it's connected to the different districts. Let's keep on expanding our office area. Probably gonna fill... actually not. There's the music club here. Yeah, not sure how far I'm gonna take this with the offices. One fitting spot for the offices would actually be right here. I think I'm just gonna fill up this part. And also I just see cars are now finally accumulating because of course they attempt to go into the new district. So this might just be temporary as people are moving in. However, we need to hook up this highway the next time. And then we probably have to rebuild this area as well. But yeah, it's no surprise that this is a choke point at the moment since everyone that goes into the new district needs to get right there and we just zoned a whole bunch of new buildings. However, we're still gonna keep zoning. This should be high density commercial and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. However, yeah, let me dezone a couple of buildings here. Maybe a child health center. It's also approximately the same size as the high school, which should tell you something. So that's gonna go right here and then the rest we zone high density shopping and we also zone some more high density residential on the other side of the road. Leave the space free for a park pathway. Actually, we can do that right now and if we don't do it with snapping, we can add it smack in the middle. So right there, I would like to see a pathway and then, yeah, I will not be able to connect it to the road. Maybe if I only go up to here and then do this. Yeah. Same thing here on the other side, go up to there. I can have my tree alley here on one side. Great stuff. I really like the new district. It is fresh and young, as you can see, but also these buildings now have all upgraded, which is good news. Industry here is probably gonna need some more services, but as we expand the city, we might just be able to solve that problem. Ah, there we go. Capital City, 28,000. What have we unlocked? Another university campus, new policies, new buildings. Actually, not that much that is really interesting. Well, the harbor maybe. And of course, the Echo water treatment plant. So maybe as a last action for today, we're going to exchange our water outlet. So this guy right here, you can go and we want to exchange you with something better. That's what I thought. It's not quite as powerful. So we're going to need at least 2 of them. Connect this up. But yeah, I would say with that out of the way, we can wrap things up. We have a new district. It actually looks very pleasing to the eye in contrast to what we already have. We have the layout for another district here. The next time we're gonna take care of this interchange and actually filling up all of the area that is gonna survive that interchange. But with all of that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Have a great time, and hopefully I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Bye bye.